Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to properly fill out a Chase paper check. Now, you might want to learn how to fill out a paper check if you need to make a payment, pay bills, or send money to someone without using cash or electronic methods. Writing a check is still a secure and reliable way to transfer money, and it's important to know how to do it correctly to avoid any mistakes. This video is especially useful if you're new to writing checks, or if you're a Chase customer and need a quick refresher on how to fill out your checks. Whether you're paying rent, making a purchase, or just writing a personal check, this process is simple once you know the basics. This video is going to be short, simple, and straight to the point, so make sure to stick around all the way until the end to learn exactly how to fill out a Chase paper check. So I'm going off of my iPad here since I am not a Chase user, but for the sake of the video and the tutorial, this will work just as good. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that the information that will be here in the top left corner is accurate. It's going to have your name, it's going to have things like your address. Just double check and make sure it is accurate. Now, if it's not, you're going to want to contact your bank, update your information, and get some new checks ordered. Now, the second order of business is going to be the date. So today, the date here is 11/17/2024. So that's exactly what we're going to put in, and that's exactly what you'll put in as well. Now, here it says pay to the order of. You want to be very, very, very correct on this, let's say. So you want to reach out to whoever you're paying. So say it's a jewelry store. Now, it might go by the owner's name, whose name he might go by John. But you just want to double check, because if you write John, right, and it's actually supposed to be Johnny, they won't let Johnny submit the check for John, if that makes any sense. So reach out. Sometimes it's the company name. So for this instance, we'll just put like Jewelry 205. And then LLC. Now, there sometimes will be an LLC, sometimes there will be Inc. It's really just up to them, whatever they send back. What I recommend is to send an email of who to pay the check to the order of, and if they don't add LLC or Inc., that's at their discretion, so it won't be your fault at the end of the day. Right, so now in this box is the amount you are paying. So we'll say it was $102, and then we'll do 50 cents. So 50 cents out of 100 cents. You're going to want to fill up this box as much as possible. And then down here, you're going to want to write what this amount is in words. So it's going to be $102 the at sign, and then whatever your change would be. So in this case, it's 50 out of 100. Now try and fill out this line. If you write small, kind of like how I did, just add a line, fill up the space, and then down here for the memo, you need to write what it is, like as a reminder for yourself in the future. So it's going to Jewelry 205, so we could put like a necklace, right? So say we got like a cool necklace from Jewelry 205 LLC, and we can also put the invoice number, so invoice 123, whatever it is. Something that you can look back at and they can look back at to know what this check is for. And then once you look over the check and make sure everything is correct, then you're going to want to sign your name right here, and then you should be good to go. Now that we went over the steps, here are a few important tips to help you avoid common mistakes when filling out a check. Tip number 1 is to use blue or black ink. Always use a pen with permanent ink, preferably blue or black. This makes it harder for someone to alter the check. You also want to write clearly. Make sure the payee name, amount, and your signature are legible to avoid any confusion or potential errors. You're going to also want to avoid leaving blank spaces. When writing the amount or filling out the payee, don't leave any spaces. So for example, how we did with the dollar amount right here when we wrote it out. You're going to also want to fill out the memo line. Like I said, this could be very, very useful when looking back and wondering what the check was actually for. You're going to review the routing and the account numbers at the bottom. Again, this is going to be at the bottom of your check, and you're going to just check that along with the info that was at the top of the check at the beginning. And then the last tip that I really have is to keep a record. So just make note of the check number, date, and amount in your checkbook or digital ledger so you can track the payments that you're making. That's all I have for this video. I really hope that this video helped you fill out a paper chase check. And if it did, please be sure to drop a like, share the video, and most importantly, subscribe for more tutorials in the future.